All right, here with Zoe Kirchhoff, Lila Wieder's team. Big road win for you guys in the 3A postseason. You guys come away with a victory over Harlan, 12-point win, 52-40. Let's go with Lila starting it off. They got off that 7-0 run to start the game. What was it like just keeping your poise when you knew you were down 7-0 to start?
There was a lot of emotions there, but we've been through those situations. I mean, our coach put us in those tight games this past season, so we were prepared.
Zoe, you got a hot shooting in that first half, 3 for 3. That's how you guys got your big lead there in the late quarter, and kept it in the second quarter as well. So what was it like shooting hot in that first half?
Yeah, well, I can only thank my teammates and my coaches for preparing me for that, and my teammates are the ones assisting me for that, so you can have to thank them from the get-go. But honestly, it was all about just like riding the waves and riding the runs and just going shot for shot.
Lila, you had a big task of guarding Aubrey Schweiso tonight. You did a pretty good job of putting the cap on her. So what was it like, your approach on defensive side?
Yeah, she's a darn good player. I just knew to keep her in front of me.
Big late shots for both of you. You guys really did a good job on those long distance shots. So Zoe, just give a comment on what it was like just extending that lead as the game went on with your guys' offense.
Yeah, those games are big. They're fun to play in. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of it cheering. It's loud. So I mean, we all just kept going. All we kept telling ourselves before the game was 1-0, 1-0. So each shot just one before the next.
Big rebounding for you guys too as well, Lila. A lot of one and dones. You didn't give up very many offensive rebounds at all. So what was it like, just the approach on that side of things?
I knew it was going to take a lot, and their bigs are really tall. So I knew just try my best and get those because they count.
Zoe, as that game is getting, as those final minutes, what's Coach, preaching to you guys during those late timeouts?
Yeah, just to stay calm, be confident, play together, and have trust in each other. And I feel like that's exactly what we did. And I'm so proud of our team for executing what he's been preaching.
Lila, you guys come away with a win, 2 wins over Harlan in 8 days. What's it feel like getting that victory?
It feels great. I mean, we've worked for this all season, so it's finally in our hands.
And that rubber match, second win over them in the year comes in the postseason. What's it mean to advance on, Zoe?
Yeah, it's so exciting. Like we've said, this team worked so hard. We definitely feel like we've done our best to try to get us in this position. So I'm so excited. I know everyone's so excited, and we can't wait to keep going.
Couple days rest, and then you guys be heading on that regional final. So what's your expectations heading into it, Lila?
Just prepare, watch a lot of film, and just do the best we can to prepare. So yeah, we're ready.
Kind of same to you, Zoe. How do you want to approach that regional final game?
Yeah, same thing she said. Just going confident and sure of ourselves, trust each other, and play for each other. That's the best part.
52-40. Atlantic comes away with that postseason win over Harlan. Good job, girls, and good luck there to come to the regional final.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd say it's definitely the biggest win in the last about 20 years. Our girls used to be very talented with Don Jenkins and picked up a lot of wins. And for a long time, we've been kind of dormant. It felt good to pick up a postseason win against this program. They've kind of had our number for a long time, and we beat them a couple years ago to win the conference, and then they got it back in the postseason when it really matters. So to get this one tonight, it meant a lot, not just to our players, obviously in our locker room it meant a lot, but I think it meant a lot to our community to get some pride back in our basketball team here. And the locker room, it was a little bit emotional, on my end. I think a little bit more than the girls. I teared up a little bit there, but it just means a lot to our girls and to our community.
Talking with head coach Dan Vargas, and they get that 52-40 win over Atlantic. That game, the first 3 possessions start out with Harlan leading 7-0. From those 3 possessions on, you guys win 52-33. So what was the adjustment made there, and what was the inner dialogue going on in Coach Vargas' head down 7-0?
Yeah, absolutely nothing. I'll be honest with you, the first few possessions of a basketball game are pretty meaningless. It's like who wins the opening tip as far as I'm concerned. It's just basketball is a game of runs, and we told our girls you got to play 32 minutes. That was the last thing I told them before they took the floor in our little huddle was it's 32 minutes. I know Coach Clausen really emphasized getting a quick start was important to them. And to me, a quick start is usually a home team's biggest benefit. But we told our girls 32 minutes, and there's going to be some adversity, and we got that with Katrina Williams picking up 3 quick fouls. We lost McKenna Schrader a couple games ago, and that was some adversity. Our girls have just been going through adversity, it seems like weekly at this point. So it's just one of those things where we just wanted to hang on to that opening ride, just get our feet wet, adjust a road game and just respond.
A big shooting from Zoe Kirchhoff in that first half. That's how you guys snagged that lead. She was 3 for 3 in the first half, so kind of give a comment on her hot shooting giving you guys the lead.
Yeah, she's been capable of doing that. Last year she did that quite a bit. This year she's been playing the point for us, and then when Schrader went out for us, we've needed her to hit those threes, and then tonight was her night to kind of, pop off. And shot a little bit higher than her percent, obviously at 100%, but we know what she's capable of doing, and she was banged up earlier in the season. She had some ankle injuries, and now she's feeling pretty healthy, and so when you get into that rhythm, you feel pretty good as a shooter, and then the rim looks a lot bigger, and tonight it looked huge for her, and her confidence was high.
Another big first half moment, Katrina Williams' 3rd foul with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Bryn Lamp comes in and gives you guys super valuable minutes. You guys only went 6 deep all night, so what was it like with Lamp supplying those big minutes?
Yeah, again, talk about a kid stepping up in big minutes, and in the post-game locker room, I asked her how many minutes did you play in the first half of the season. She just kind of shrugged her shoulders. You could probably count on one hand, and she just stepped up and played big. And again, one of our core values is adapt and overcome, and she showed tonight why those are so important. We just called her number, and she stepped in, and the girl she's playing against averages 15 points a game. Both of their posts are fantastic players. So for her to go in and play that way is just absolutely fantastic. And it's not going to show up in the stat sheet anywhere, but incredibly important for us to win the game tonight. So huge game from Bryn Lamb.
Lila Wiederstein defensively had to shut down Aubrey Schwiso, and she did a great job tonight. I give a comment on her effort.
Yeah, Lila is just one of those kids that you love to have in your corner. Again, one of the things that's not going to show up in the stat sheet, but she's done it all season, whether it's through steals, locking down somebody, and at the end, we just try to throw some junk defense back at them. They did a really nice job trying to limit Peyton Harder, and we threw the same back when we knew Schwiso would try to take over the game. They didn't really get anybody else going early on, so we just had to roll the dice and try to take her out a little bit, limit her. You don't really stop Schwiso, you just try to limit Schwiso. She's a heck of a player, and Lila did a really good job just trying to frustrate her, and I thought she did a really good job putting her in situations to take tough shots, and we got some breaks and we got the rebound out of it, and we're able to hold on.
Peyton Harder doing Peyton Harder things, 17 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists as well. Just to comment on what it's like having her, on your team. Can't be bad, huh?
No, absolutely not. When we challenged her, I think she had 4 points at half, and we basically said as a coaching staff, we got to get her in a different spot. We're not going to win the game if she scores 4 points. So we challenged her, put her in different spots, and just challenged her. You got to take over the game. They tried boxing and wanting, and some triangle and two, and just said, go score the ball. There weren't a whole lot of other adjustments other than saying, go score the ball. All-time leading scorer, all-time leading rebounder is great, but do you want to end just like the last 6 years with second-round regional, or do you want to make it to the regional final and give yourself a chance to go to Des Moines? And I think she answered that question pretty obviously tonight with a big exclamation point.
Kind of touched on it early on, what this means to your program. 18-6 and going on the regional final. What's that mean? What's the expectations heading into that one?
Yeah, I think the expectations are pretty clear. Let's get back to Wells Fargo Arena, and we know it's going to be a challenge. I don't know if it's Cherokee or Kemper. I have no idea. I'm assuming it's probably going to be Cherokee.
They were up by like 16 at the half, I'm aware.
Yep, Cherokee. So we've been there 2 out of the last 3 years. I think that just seems to be the team that we get every year. So we're pretty familiar with them and Coach Slaughter. They're going to play pressure defense. We've got some good inside game. They've got really good outside game. We've got 2 really good players with Wolfswinkel and Doden, so we know they're talented. They've got a lot of role players, and they play deep bench. So it's going to be a high-octane game. It's going to be a rowdy crowd. They always bring it. So, we're going to have to be ready to go, but our girls are battle-tested, and, they're ranked top 10 for a reason, and, we're battled. We played St. Albert. We played a lot of really high-quality teams, Harlan twice. There's a lot of teams, Trainer. So, let's just go. Let's have some fun. Let's go up to Cherokee.
Yeah, and just lastly, touch on the kind of the team defensive effort and what you saw from them and what you liked from them.
Yeah, again, we're playing really good defense. We've seen Harlan a couple times, held them below 42 all 3 times, and they're one of the top 4 scoring teams in Class 3A. And Cherokee is going to be another high-scoring team. So the way we play defense, we can adjust our 1-2-2. We threw in a little 2-3 zone tonight, threw in a couple of junk defense things. Our girls are just really good about getting all over the place. And then the biggest thing that helps our defense is we rebound the ball well. When you rebound and limit teams, it helps you defensively. But if you're giving up second and third chance points, it makes it really hard. So I was really proud of the way we defended. We were all over the court tonight.
Coach Dan Vargason, 52-40 win over Harlan to advance on to the regional final. Congratulations on the win. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much, guys.